The story of the vending machine killer. Tokyo, Japan, in the mid-1980s was a bustling metropolis, a city of neon lights and endless energy. Among the everyday scenes of commuters and shoppers, vending machines stood as silent sentinels, offering drinks and snacks to the hurried and the thirsty. Yet, amidst the mundane convenience, a sinister force was at work, transforming these machines into instruments of death. In April 1985, Tokyo residents were gripped by an inexplicable wave of illness. Several people, after purchasing beverages from vending machines, fell violently ill. It began with a man in his late 20s who, after drinking a popular Japanese beverage called Oronamin C, collapsed in agony. He was rushed to the hospital, but died shortly thereafter. His symptoms baffled doctors until toxicology reports revealed the presence of a deadly herbicide, paraquat. This was not an isolated incident. Over the next few months, similar cases emerged, each following the same chilling pattern. Ordinary citizens from all walks of life purchased drinks from vending machines, only to succumb to a painful and bewildering death. As the number of victims grew, the media dubbed the perpetrator the vending machine killer. Fear spread like wildfire through Tokyo and beyond. People began to avoid vending machines, once trusted staples of urban life. The police were under immense pressure to solve the case, but the randomness of the poisonings made the investigation incredibly difficult. Among the victims was a young office worker named Yuko Tanaka. On a warm summer evening in June 1985, she purchased a drink from a vending machine near her office. Within hours, she was dead. Her family and friends were devastated, and the public outcry reached a fever pitch. By late summer, the death toll had risen to more than a dozen, with dozens more hospitalized but surviving. The fear of the unknown killer cast a long shadow over daily life in Tokyo. Parents warned their children to avoid vending machines, and many workplaces and schools banned their use altogether. The police set up task forces and increased patrols around vending machines, hoping to catch the killer in the act. Yet, the randomness of the attacks and the sheer number of vending machines across the city made their tasks seem almost impossible. As the investigation deepened, the police turned to profiling experts and psychologists, hoping to understand the mind behind the killings. The use of paraquat, a highly toxic and regulated herbicide, suggested that the killer had specific knowledge and access. The randomness of the victims pointed to a person who harbored a broad, unfocused rage against society. Detectives pored over every detail of the victims' lives, searching for any common thread, but found none. The randomness of the attacks was both their greatest frustration and the killer's most effective shield. The break the police needed came unexpectedly. In October 1985, a man named Kazuo Ota was arrested for attempting to poison a neighbor's dog with paraquat. During questioning, Ota exhibited knowledge about the poisonings that had not been made public. His background check revealed that he had worked in agricultural supply, giving him access to paraquat. Though Ota was suspected, the evidence tying him directly to the vending machine poisonings was circumstantial. Nevertheless, his arrest brought a sense of relief to the city. As he was interrogated, he showed signs of mental instability and a deep-seated grudge against society, which aligned with the profile the police had developed. Ota's trial was a media sensation. Though the evidence was not conclusive, the public was eager for closure. Ota was convicted on lesser charges related to the attempted poisoning of the dog and was sentenced to prison. However, the true identity of the vending machine killer remained officially unresolved, leaving a lingering sense of unease. As time passed, the number of new poisoning cases dwindled, and life in Tokyo gradually returned to normal. The vending machines were restocked, and slowly, people began to trust them again. Years later, the memory of the vending machine killer still haunted the city. The case became a cautionary tale about the vulnerabilities in modern society and the ease with which terror could be sown. Safety regulations for vending machines and toxic substances were tightened, but the shadow of those dark months lingered. For the families of the victims, the pain of their loss was a daily reminder of the fragility of life. Memorials were held, and a sense of community solidarity emerged from the shared trauma. Yet, questions remained unanswered, and the mystery of the vending machine killer continued to intrigue and disturb. The vending machine killer case remains one of the most perplexing and chilling in Japan's criminal history. Despite the passage of decades, the identity and full motives of the killer are still unknown. The case is periodically revisited by investigators and journalists, each hoping to uncover new evidence or insights that might finally bring clarity to the mystery. In the bustling streets of Tokyo, vending machines still stand, offering their silent service. But for those who remember the terror of 1985, there is always a fleeting moment of hesitation, a lingering doubt about what might lie within those brightly lit machines. The story of the vending machine killer is a stark reminder of how the everyday can be transformed into a source of fear. It underscores the importance of vigilance and the need for continuous advancements in safety and security measures. While the city of Tokyo has moved on, the legacy of those dark days remains a sobering chapter in its history, a testament to the resilience of its people in the face of unseen threats. The quest for justice and understanding continues, driven by the hope that one day the full truth will emerge, and the shadows cast by the vending machine killer will finally be dispelled.